Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So obviously today we saw Junto Nakatani pick up a knockout victory, now becoming a unified champion at 118 pounds. There was a certain somebody ringside as well. And you know, is that a fight that's going to happen? And what would happen in that potential fight? Now, as for Junto Nakatani, he's a special fighter. He's a real special fighter. I think if you actually watch him fight, this is someone, in my opinion, that skill-wise alone is top 5 in boxing. I think he's exceptional. Not only is he incredibly skillful, but he's a very exciting fighter as well. I mean, pretty much from round 1, he's throwing massive uppercuts with his right hand. He's getting close on the inside. He's skillful. His left hand is very sneaky. He's a volume puncher. He's got power as well. He goes to the body well. Junto Nakatani is exceptional. This guy is just different level. And I honestly think even if there was not the Naoya Inoue talks, and even if, Naoya Inoue was not in the picture, I think that this guy is still, a tremendous fighter, and I think he would be making a name on his own in boxing. I think he's exceptional. I really, really do. For me, again, skill-wise, I think he's a top 5 fighter on the planet. Now that obviously gets into the fact that, who was ringside, Naoya Inoue, 2 Japanese fighters. It's great to see that Naoya Inoue is really welcome in this fight. We've obviously seen in boxing history that doesn't happen very often. But Naoya Inoue already, has reacted to that fight, welcoming him up to the 122-pound division. Called him a strong fighter. And obviously, that everyone's getting, that fight build up. Now, before I get into who I think, probably would win that fight, let's make no mistake. That is the best fight in boxing. I think a lot of people think that, Canelo against Crawford is going to be good, 2 pound-for-pound fighters. Bivol Beterbiev is a very good fight, but again, it's not really Beterbiev in his prime. He's, 40, 41 years old, had a lot of injuries. For me, this is a guy, Naoya Inoue, who's probably in his prime or maybe just left his prime, against Junto Nakatani, who is smack dead in the middle of his prime right now. Not just that, I think if you see the two-way that these guys fight, if you look at their fighting styles, 2 explosive fighters, come forward, powerful, aggressive, skillful. I think there's absolutely no way that we don't see an amazing fight in that fight. And for me, I think whoever wins that fight is the pound-for-pound best fighter on the planet. I mean, even now thinking about that fight, as to who wins it, it's a toss-up. It really is a toss-up, and I honestly do think, Naoya Inoue is, he's got MJ Akhmadaliev coming up. I think that is the fight that he's going to win. But I do think that Junto Nakatani is, his toughest competition. And I think that this is one of the biggest fights of all time at the lower weight classes. It's definitely one of the, biggest Japanese fights of all time. But at the lower weight classes, this is the biggest fight I can remember. Because everyone's talking about this potential matchup. I think even in America, they'll watch this fight. I think everyone will get behind it. It's a massive fight in Japan. Obviously, Naoya Inoue sells out there, makes millions, and I think Junto Nakatani will make his millions as well. It's a fight that I think that they both want. And again, already right now, just, thinking about that fight, I'm so curious as to how it goes. I think maybe Junto Nakatani has not fought someone as powerful as Inoue. Then again, is Inoue fought someone, a comfort fighter like Nakatani with that skill? Again, sneaky left hand, those uppercuts as well. We have seen Naoya Inoue get hit by the left hand, especially in recent fights as well. So I think that's a fight that can go so many different ways, and it's almost like a Hagler Hearns at the lower weight classes, because I just cannot see how that's anything but an exciting shootout, really. I mean, I almost think that fight doesn't even go 6 rounds. The way that their styles are gonna clash, and that they're aggressive, and they do leave openings. Nakatani comes forward. Inoue is very good at timing you coming in. Again, but Nakatani, that left hand is very sneaky and is powerful, and we've seen Inoue get dropped, and does Nakatani have the power to not only drop him but knock him out cold? Sometimes Inoue does walk into shots, so it's an incredible fight, honestly. Like that fight when it happens, I cannot wait for it. I think now, there is this is a fight where I think, there's a good portion of people that they actually think Nakatani can win. There's another portion of people that think that, Inoue can win as well. And again, whoever wins that fight for me is the best on the planet. Is the best on the planet. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you watch Nakatani's fight, and what did you think of his performance? What do you think about potential fight between Junto Nakatani and Naoya Inoue? Always interested in what you guys think and what you guys have got to say. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one.